Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Philly Brutes Rugby Round Table. Thanks for joining us. And tonight, my guests are Bryan of Eugenia Krakow Rugby Club in Poland. And
Eugenia,
sorry.
Krakow.
Sorry, I can't read. And the head coach of the Polish national side. It's a pleasure to welcome Duaine Lindsay to the show. How are we, gentlemen?
Lovely, Duaine. Great to see you, mate.
Good. Mark's really having the ball.
Yes, this is my thing. I love talking. If it was an Olympic sport, I would be a gold medalist every time.
Well, that's great because I'm not much of a talker. So we'll let you run with this, Mark.
Well, I'll introduce myself. I'll get a little bit serious now. I'll introduce myself. As you can see, I'm participating in the Bros Movember movement. Of course, you know how this started back in 1999 by some Australian guys, yeah? Down the pub, obviously, where else?
Well,
yeah?
All the best ideas.
And originally, Movember was, it was for the RSPCA. It was grow whiskers for whiskers. Oh. Yeah, meaning whiskers of your cat and dogs and other animals. So they said grow whiskers. And then a few years later, it moved from Adelaide, yeah, in Australia, to a bunch of guys in Melbourne down the pub, yeah. And this is how the Movember movement crossed over to men's mental awareness, cancer, and a serious issue of male suicides, you know, which is quite an affliction in especially with this COVID going on. Duaine's even commented on it. Suicides are up 200%. I think you put up, Duaine. Okay. And, you know, so it's this year, Movember is particularly important for, I know it may sound a little bit just for men, but in general, we're the ones that suffer the most, according to statistics, on suicides at least. And obviously prostate cancer is particular to men, and testicular cancer. So we are all healthily participating in Poland. Even my fellow captain, Piotr Sztusek, yeah, who Duaine knows personally because he's captain of the national side as well as Ognivo Sopot. He's also participating in Movember. So it is quite an understood movement. Even Eugenia Krakow put up a little video with the Polish under-19 player, Mateusz Polekiewicz, yeah. It's sometimes a little, isn't that right, Duaine? It gets a little bit difficult sometimes, mate, yeah.
Nicknames up.
Yeah. You know, so we do our best. We do our best.
I've got Captain Piotr and Fat Piotr.
Yeah, there you go. You see,
Piotr isn't too happy about his name.
Got it down.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Yeah. So so the Movember thing is being honored, and it may not be as grand as other places around the world, but yeah, we are participating in it, which is very positive for everyone concerned. And I like to feel that Poland is warming to the rugby climate, and I help a lot with this. Growing up, you know, with the rugby thing, you know, it's kind of innate. It's in your DNA, yeah. And so, you know, especially with Duaine, I know Duaine. This is why we get along so well, because it's just there. Click. Yeah. You know, we just know where we're going. Yeah, we know where we're going. You know, I'm going to the bar, Duaine. Okay, I'm coming. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. A very, very serious man. And I would like to say this, Duaine. You know, potentially, I see the Poland national team as one of the best in the sense of potential. I mean, I know you've put in a great deal of work, and I've watched all of the games. Unfortunately, some games were done, you know, on the table, as it were, which
tell me
really
about it.
doesn't reflect. If you had seen some of the games, absolutely fantastic performances by the guys. Duaine, I don't know if you want to come in and let us know
I'll let Sean,
what you've
I'll let
actually
Sean
done.
go on. I'll let
I
Sean
mean-
have his say first.
Yeah, well, you've got to stop me, otherwise, you know. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll have a little drink. I'll have a little drinky
Have a
poo.
little
Give
cheers.
give you guys a chance. Yeah.
Sean, you need one of them. You need one of them buttons like they have in the American
yeah,
election.
we'll
with
put the
this
mute button
mute
up. We'll
button. A mute button.
when I want to, when we want to talk about something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've heard from Mark. Duaine, how did you get involved in the Polish national side?
Well, I was working in Germany. I was in Germany for 3 years coaching over there. A great time, a fantastic club and team. I mean, they were superb, really. And my ex-wife, she was my wife at the time, but she'd moved to Poland. She was working here with my daughter, so I was coming back and forward to see my daughter and stuff. So, and then I decided my contract was kind of up. I had an option to extend it, but I thought, no, I just want to spend some time with my daughter and stuff like that. So I was going to move across to Poland. And at the time, I just happened to look and they'd get rid of Blickies, who was the previous coach, and got in touch with a friend of mine and spoke to him about it and applied for the job, and it all went through then. So that was it.
How long have you been in charge?
2.5 years now. It'll be 3 years in February.
Great. So Mark explained the structure of grassroots rugby, of rugby in Poland. How many clubs? How many players?
Well, the Extra Liga had 10 clubs now, because this season, which is unfortunately finished, Jarocin joined the Extra Liga, which is the top flight league here. There are 3 leagues, so you've got the Extra Liga, Division 1, Division 2. Some teams have other teams in the bottom leagues, like Juwenia Krakow. They've got the seconds in Division 3. Thing is, even if they win Division 3, they can't go to Division 2. Sorry, from this one. No, Extra Liga, Division 1, Division 2. So they're in Division 2. Yeah, if they win it, they can't go to Division 1 because the first team is in the Extra Liga, and there has to be a division between each other. But there are some very, very good teams coming through, and Duaine backed me up on this. Białystok, have you been to see them play?
Yeah, they're doing really well, actually. They're one of the teams, and I'm actually assigned to go up there and do a bit of work with them. And
I've watched a couple of games. Oh, sorry, please.
There's to answer Sean's question, there's about 100 clubs in all in Poland, and about 4,500 players that we have. So, but there's teams. A lot of them are sevens teams because they start off as sevens because they don't have obviously the amount of players for 15s. But there's a couple of teams now like Poznan and Alston has now moved into 15. So that's kind of, it's growing. They're getting more. So
is it a growing sport?
Clubs. Sorry?
Is it a growing sport?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it's getting more popular now. I mean, obviously, like when I'm out and about and people ask me what to do, and a lot of people say, "Oh, I didn't even know we had a rugby team." Like, but they all know rugby. But they don't know. But now this year it's kind of changed, to be honest, because of the TV, the live games on TV, and the profile, and it's kind of it's rising. So it's a good thing. I mean, they've done a fantastic job with getting. I mean, we have like live games every Saturday and Sunday, in Polish League, on TV, on Polsat Sport, which is like a Sky, kind of thing. So it's and that's getting, you go into pubs and it's on the pub, and people are sort of now getting into it. So it is growing. It's just trying to spread that awareness of it. It's like sort of a third of the population or know the Poland and rugby. Half of the population know about rugby. So but it is, yeah.
Trying to educate and raise the profile a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So it's but it's getting there. I mean, the potential's huge, to be honest.
And Mark, tell us about the club and where do they sort of sit in the structure?
Well, Uvenia are one of the oldest clubs in Poland. The original Uvenia ground was like a mixed sport club, which started in 1906. Yeah, but serious rugby didn't really start until the 80s, 1983. They dabbled in it. They've had they did hockey, ice hockey, yeah, athletics, football, obviously, and they even had a chess champion from the Uvenia Sports Club, which is incredible but true. Yeah. So 1983, the rugby, yes, it was a little difficult to maintain it. We've got a new president now because the evergreen President Leszek has decided to step down, and one of the players from 30 years ago who's always been involved with the club, of which I had the brilliant opportunity to play with in Poznan recently in the Uvenia Vets team. Oh, look, gotta show you. I only got a bloody medal for it. Look at that. Yeah, that's Poznan 2020.
That's a hell of a bit of kit.
Yeah, I did steal it. I mean, you know, but I mean, the club atmosphere is so great. I mean, they took me along, and I've never played for Uvenia, yeah, and they took me along, and they allowed me to play in a couple of games. So, you know, a big moment for everyone concerned. And Uvenia Vets won it, and we had such a laugh that weekend in Poznan. Absolutely fantastic. And Rafał Budka, he's been with the club for over 30 years, yeah, and he's taken over now as president. And we've got Łukasz Kościelniak, never smiles, Łukasz, but a great bloke.
The coach never smiles. Karl Siski, he never smiles. Eh?
Yeah. I mean, he's got it. He's got the moves, you know. Yeah, I know. It's brilliant. But when he does smile, like everybody writes a letter home. You know, it's brilliant. You know, a great guy. So. You know, he's a great trainer, and he's doing a lot of work, especially with the youngsters. And his wife, Marta, she deals with, you know, the real youngsters. And we've got the Krakow Council that are really participating with Jacek Kozioł. You know, he's there at the games looking over, and they've put in a tremendous amount of sponsorship. A little thing, you know, but a big thing for the club. The council sponsored them to go to the prestigious Dubai Sevens tournament, and they got to the final. Yeah.
Wow.
And they only lost in the last, you know, minute or so of the game. Yeah. So great achievement.
They're a young team.
Yeah, but a very young team.
The 15s team is very, very young. I mean, they have massive potential. There's a good academy down there.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're very young, so it's going to take time.
But I mean, that's from the Uvenia side. But in general, the majority of the Extraliga clubs, they've put in some really hard work and thought about the future of rugby. And I'm sure Duaine has seen, you know, a lot of movement towards that, and everybody is promoting their academies, and they do summer programs. We've got a big one coming up in Krakow this year, where it's based on sport in general and not just rugby. But you know, there is a lot of movement to get people involved, especially the young people. Which is going to be good for Duaine if he's still with us, you know. So, yeah, I'm really pleased. When I say I'm really pleased, you know, I mean, I've seen a lot of changes in the rugby scene here in Poland, and I'm really privileged to be part of this. And I've met this wonderful chap, Duaine. He's doing some fantastic work.
You bought the beers.
Only this time. It's your turn next time. but Duaine latched on to the general trend of rugby, as you've seen the success of Japan by bringing in, let's say, players who are connected by their families to Japanese relations. And Duaine has put in a great deal of work on this. I think Duaine would like to.
Yeah, Duaine, talk to us about the national side and how you've seen it grown over the 2.5 years that you've been in charge.
Yeah, it's been well. At the start, it was obviously very difficult at the start. I mean, kind of thrown at the deep end. But now it's, you know, with the national team, it takes a while. It takes a long time, because you very rarely have the players. I mean, like there was times we have the players probably about 15 days per year, like, you know, over 5 games. So they'll come in on a Monday, we'll train Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and play Saturday. So you don't get much time on them at all. So it takes a lot of time. And I think I mean, I'm not too harsh in saying this, but the public kind of like don't understand that, and that they kind of like, oh, rubbish, but it does take a lot. It takes more than 15
Don't
days.
Say it, Duaine. Don't say it.
What competition do you play in?
We play in Rugby Europe Champions or Trophy.
Okay, so is that the
championship? So.
Well, Georgia are in the championship, and the next one down
is the
so
trophy.
you've got Poland, Ukraine, Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, and the national side have had some very, very good results and against, you know.
We've been building for the last couple of years, and the last couple of games just before the COVID, it came right. I mean, we beat Switzerland in Switzerland for the first time ever.
Yeah,
brilliant.
And
I was on the edge of my seat in that game. Blimey. Yeah, what a game! Because the beauty of it is the TV Europe. Yeah, they transmit all these matches. You should try it, so you get to see unusual teams that you never thought played rugby.
Sure. Yeah.
It's really interesting, I tell you. You know?
So how you finished, Mark?
Yeah.
Sorry, did I stop you in mid-flow there, Duaine?
Yeah. So and then we went to Holland, which we were expected to get absolutely smashed in Holland, and we kind of were like 6-0 up with a minute to go and lost at 7-6. Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. So, but the last couple of games have been have really put us in good stead, and it's given us hope of the players are now buying in, they're understanding everything we've been doing over the last couple of years. So when we were going into this year, it was like we changed our objective. So our objective was to sort of fight for that promotion into the top tier. And then of course COVID kicked in. A real kick in the nuts, to be honest. But we're still hopeful. I mean, we kind of got a good blend with the UK and French-based players and the Polish players. I think we've got a real good blend now. They're all working well together, and everybody's understanding what our aim is and what we're trying to do. So when we go into these training camps, the players all know, they all understand, and it works like clockwork, because now we've been doing it for like 2 years really. So it's so we're hopeful when we kick back in again. We're just waiting on Rugby Europe to tell us when we can start, and we're hopeful that we can fight for the to go up. And
Oh yes,
it'd be huge.
Sorry?
It'd be huge. And
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, the competitions like that Georgia are playing at the moment, could you see Poland being, in maybe 10 years' time, being up there with them?
There's no reason why we can't. I mean, the thing is, which people don't understand and don't realize, probably outside of the circle, is that we have players playing in the championship, playing in the Pro 14, playing in Pro D2, playing in with players and Crusaders in Australia, who all play at the highest level, but we can't use them because especially the players in England and the UK as the championship and stuff, because of the foreign rule. So if they play for Poland, they're basically the clubs in the UK won't hire them because they're seen as a foreign player.
Right. Okay.
But if we get up into that top level, then we can use all these players.
Yeah.
So what's happening with us at the minute is we have these players who have played in the championship, have played at the top level, but now they're too old to play at that level, so they're dropping down a level, and then they're coming to us, and we're playing them. But also we will be able, if we move up to that top tier, we will have all these players. So we will have players in Pro 14, the championship and Premiership, and who are all playing there at the minute, who will then come and play for Poland because they have the chance to play in the World Cup. And that's the thing. So it's a big thing for us to get promoted. And if we do get promoted and we get these players, we'll put up a good fight for it.
Yeah, it's the Japan story in Poland.
Yeah, and the thing is now, I think the union is understanding that now, and they're backing us for the first time I've been here. They've backed us this year, and it seems like they're going to keep backing us through this next year to get that promotion, and then we can go from there, really.
In my research, I noticed that you're 34th in the world rankings, which is only 25 places below Wales. So,
Yes.
and Wales
Yes.
was second or third last year. So actually, there's lots of room to grow.
You're not going to believe this. Wales have kept about 3 or 4 Polish players at under 20, and now we can't use them.
Yeah.
And if they hadn't touched them at under 20, they'd be playing for Poland now. And I've spoken to these guys, and they said, "Do you want to play for Poland?" Yep. And then when we checked it out, they played for Wales under 20 in the 6th nation. I said, Wales.
Are they not allowed to, even if they haven't got a full cap? They're not allowed to play.
Well, at Wales, you see, you've got to nominate each national team has to nominate a second team. So, like England, Saxons are Wolfhounds. So, if they play for the Saxons or Wolfhounds, they can't play for anybody else. Wales don't have a second team, so they nominate their under 20s. So I can't swear on here. So they're under 20. So when they cap players for under 20, they can't play for our national team. That's why we don't like Wales and Ireland.
It'd be such a shame. It's such a shame that there's potentially so much talent out there, and you can't use them.
I was and the guy that plays for England, I can't remember his name now. He plays 10. Is it Saracens and Wasp?
Not
Hen.
Yeah, I think so. He's Polish. And I remember I was at the Harlequins. My captain was there, Piotr. Piotr, not Captain Piotr. And he was over there, and I was Quins watching the training session and sort of talking to them about Piotr. And Ellie Jones was there. So we ended up having a chat with Ellie Jones, and he says, "So how's Poland getting on?" And I says, "Well, Ellie, to be honest, we'll be doing a lot better if you didn't take our fucking players." I just laughed, and he's like, "Yeah," because he took him to Argentina and he kept him once, and then he's played him since.
Yeah, he doesn't play again. And now he's out in France.
So, yeah.
Oh, I got a little visitor. Where's Vera? Vera, look.
What?
Yeah, this is young Vera.
Hi, Vera.
It's Duaine and Sean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Vera is the mascot of the Krakow Rugby Festival.
Brilliant.
Big
So, guys, you know, we got a lot of UK teams, European teams. We've already got the Ravens from Bristol. Nelsie and Backwell, they're coming, big group, 56 people coming. We've got South African teams, a Romanian team from Malta. We've even got Malibu RFC from California. I mean, come on. This is the Krakow Rugby Festival. So we got little Vera, who's our mascot. You'll be seeing a little bit more of her. Yeah. Thanks, Vera, darling.
Why do you have a wig here?
A wig? Oh, because, oh yeah, I wanted to do a little joke. Yeah. Because, you know, me and Duaine, yeah, you know, we're light reflectors.
I shaved mine.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. So I thought, Movember, grow a mustache. So I thought, oh, I'll try and grow some hair. You know? Hang on.
This is going to work really well on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, hello. Have you ever had one like this before, Sean?
So it's Movember with the toupee. There you go. This is
John. It's out on John.
No, this is Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Saint Dave Bowie, because it's two-tone. Yeah. See, okay. So Movember with the moustache, I recommend that. Plus, we've got the Krakow Sevens, under 19s and under 16s tournament next September. A lot of interest once again. We couldn't hold it this year. We've got teams from Ukraine, Lithuania, Latvia, Denmark, Germany, to name but a few. Yes. So look out for. My God, and I haven't even been drinking. You know. Yeah, but we're looking out for, keep looking out. I'll send you all our links and everything. So if you put it in the podcast, that'd be a great favor. Get in touch with me or Duaine. Duaine will be our patron cider drinker.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you, Duaine. And we've got a young player here who you might see in the future. This is young Tomasz, who's wearing a Juvenia Vet shirt.
I think he's a bit young to wear a Vexen's shirt.
I know, but he's got hair.
I'm sure the Krakow.
Thanks, my brother. Yeah.
Every minute, aren't they?
Going
to be walking in every minute.
Plus, I want to introduce you now from the Beach Dragons team. This is Asha. Okay.
Hi, Asha.
Asha's recently taken up rugby because of my strong performance in Sopot. I went mental because I actually scored a try. Yeah, I actually scored a try, and I'm running down the pitch, yeah! And everyone's shouting at me because they'd already kicked off. And they ran immediately down and scored, and I'm still celebrating. Yeah! It was such a great time. So actually in Poland, we have lots of festivals. As I said, we've got the Sopot Beach Rugby. Beautiful that in the summer. Down there on the beaches, been around a long time, this festival, so it's very international. We got the Warsaw Rugby Festival, obviously in the capital city. That one has been around a long time. That one's in May. The Sopot Festival is in August. We've got the Krakow Rugby Festival, which I help organize through and with Juvenia. I like to call myself the ambassador for international relations. So you can contact me anytime. We got the Krakow Rugby Festival in June of next year, and we've got the Krakow Sevens for under-19s and under-16s, boys and girls, in September in Krakow. Plus, the last piece of news, and I'm sure Duaine knows this, we will have in Krakow the 2023 European Olympic Games. As 2023 European Olympic Games, of which you will see rugby sevens.
Fantastic.
So put that in your diaries. Everybody's going to be in Krakow. It's a wonderful, wonderful city. Duaine knows that. And so thanks, Sean. If you're going to call it to an end, if not, I'm going to pass the word over to someone else because I'll just keep talking.
We got a few minutes left on the Zoom because I haven't upgraded. So I'm going to ask you both one question. And we've asked this a couple of times on previous shows. So obviously everything going on in the world at the moment, rugby sort of at a standstill. What is one fear and one hope you have for the game in Poland, sort of post this COVID situation?
Well, for me, they ban scrums. No contact.
Is that a hope or a fear?
No, that's a fear.
Okay.
And to counteract that, I've designed a Perspex scrum divider. The practice scrums, those machines, the front row gets in on the cushions. Yeah, the scrum machine, yeah. So you got the sheet of Perspex, yeah, with the shoulder pads on either side, and the two teams come together, but they've got the Perspex between them. No contact. I mean, isn't that brilliant? Yeah.
Yeah. Or
so you've got a scrum divider, so you're going to have to lose the scrums, and there's less chance of being, I don't know, getting the lurgy, as we call it. Just one idea of mine.
Listen, see this year has been really strange in Poland because it's the league's been fantastic through the COVID. We've been playing obviously of lockdown. And it's really the amount of players that have come in. Like we've got a lot of players from the UK that have come in and played, and it's the level has risen so much in Extraliga, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And it seems to be, I don't know, everywhere in the world seems to be struggling with money, but for some reason the Extraliga in Poland seems to have got a load of money. I don't know whether, with all these players are coming in on big money, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah,
and that's a hope for me, and it keeps going. And now that the rugby in the UK apparently is now stopped until for the rest of the season.
The 2021 season is cancelled. They're playing a cup competition.
We've got there's players in England who will come out here and play for the remainder of the season, the game time, and we've had guys out here playing in COVID since the thing, so I'm hoping that carries on.
Yes, me too.
Because it's brought the actual league up, and these players come from the UK and around the world actually coming here and playing. Yeah. So it's been great, and I hope that carries on. The negative is like Rugby Europe. I don't know, like Rugby Europe stop us from playing and getting our players from abroad.
Well, they've stopped all games to the end of the year. That much we know, Rugby Europe. But with Uvenia, we have a very good relationship with National One side, Plymouth Albion.
Okay.
And we've sent a couple of players over there, a couple of young players over there. They offered a contract to one of the Uvenia players, but he was unable to take up the offer. But we're building, we're setting sites. We're moving ahead, and hopefully, some of the guys at Plymouth Albion, if they can't play there, who knows? And Duaine has been on to this kind of move immediately. That's why I love the guy. He's acted And as I say, the Polish national team has got
I love
great
you, Mark. You buy
potential.
the beers.
I'm just making sure you get more than one. Yeah, brilliant.
Well, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure.
No, we haven't said enough.
We'll come back.
Don't cut us off.
We'll come back and we'll do a part 2 of it at some point.
Brilliant.
The Mark Bryan show. The Mark Bryan show.
Yeah, you can have your own
Well,
show on
yeah,
the Philly
you've
Roots
got
Network.
to, you've got to say, Mark, stop. Yeah, because I just go and go. I just keep talking. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have you both, Mark, Duaine.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
If you look at my little arrangement I set up for you, yes. Duaine, you're going to have to send me one of the national team shirts, mate, and sign it. I'll put it up the next show. Yeah.
Next time,
Get
we'll
all
do a
that
part
in.
2. Yeah, Mark,
Yeah.
Duaine, thanks for joining us. We'll do
My
this again
pleasure.
one day.
My pleasure.
We'll
Thank you,
keep an eye
Sean.
on your progress, and best of luck.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Good night. Cheers. Bye, Duaine. Talk to you soon,
Cheers,
man.
boy. Yeah.
Ciao. Ciao.
Cheers.